Okay, here we are. I ran the camera from the clean out in the closet. We're 72 feet in, under the street. We could not make it all the way to the city connection because there is a broken line filled with mud and worms and roots a few feet from the city connection. I'd say about 3 feet. That's where we're at now. You can see that there's water in the pipe and we cannot get by the spot. We're trying to get by it, but there's no good. So as we pull it back, you'll see that this line is filled with mud, dirt, saw some worms movement in there, and some baby wipes. So this pipe is 95 to 98% clogged. You can see on where the water is that it's settled. There's a slight opening that water is passing. But as you pull it back, you can see that this 6-inch line that's made out of clay is completely impacted. As we pull it back further, you'll see that there are multiple spots that do have root intrusions in here. Trying to clean my camera now. So there's some debris on my camera, which is not good. So I do have a secondary video that I took originally that does not have any recordings on it. I will send that with this. It is a much cleaner video, but as you can see, as I pull it back, this line is 6-inch clay from the street back. I'm actually going to try and flush the toilet and get some water in the line to clean this. Give me 1 second. It's going to take some time for that water to show up here. There's my water, now I got a clean lens. Okay, this is a secondary root intrusion that we see. So here's another spot where there's a root intrusion. This is about 75% clogged. You can see the water is passing through it, but there is an issue. The problem that we have is there is no clean out outside. We are running from a clean out in the house. And in order to clean these lines thoroughly, we need to run heavy equipment, such as snakes, which are very dirty, or a hydrojetter, which we don't recommend because if the line was to back up, we were running the hydrojetter, it would flood the area and ruin these wood floors. So my first recommendation would be to install a clean out outside in an accessible spot, and then clean these pipes more thoroughly so we can then run a secondary camera to see the condition of the pipe after we clean it all the way to the city connection. So as I pull it back further, this is the clay pipe running from the street to the sidewalk area under the parkway. And you can see there's some roots there on the left-hand side. Another root intrusion. Another root intrusion. These aren't as drastic as the ones that we see closer to the street where it is the most deep. So as we pull it back further, more roots. So my recommendation would be to repair this pipe if possible with an epoxy liner. We would not know if that is possible until we get the line cleaned and we're able to see all the way to the city connection. But that would be the least expensive way to remedy this pipe. If it is not possible to line it, my recommendation would be to dig it up and replace it. That would involve the city permits, digging up the city street, and putting the street back to the original condition. So as we get closer to the property line, you'll see that the pipe turns to black ABS pipe. This is a newer pipe where it connects to an original clay pipe. This pipe, as you can see as my camera is kind of swaying, is going very deep. So it's going straight down and then turns to a 6-inch pipe at a very deep spot right about here. So in order to do the epoxy lining, we would need to dig it up at the deepest spot in order to line it properly. So what they did is they kind of replaced it to the easiest spot, which is kind of shallow here, near the wall. This is where it takes a deep dive. As you can see, this pipe goes straight and then takes a dive down. So as we pull it back from the sidewalk at the 6x4, the rest of the pipe that we see from there all the way to this cleanout is newer ABS pipe, which is in good condition. And right about here is where we would put the cleanout in. This area here is closest to the footing on the grass side. This is where we would cut open the pipe and install a cleanout, which will allow us to do a hydrojetter and see the rest of the line from a closer vantage point to be able to get all the way to the city. As you can see, as I come under the house here, you'll see that there are multiple turns, and my camera can't go through more than a few turns, and plus the distance and the root intrusions, that's when we run into problems where we can't see the entire pipe. So there's another turn, and another turn, another turn, another turn, and then here we are at the cleanout, another turn. Here we are at the cleanout in the closet. Clean the lens a little. So here's a cleanout. Here we are in the closet.